This is Mac OS Ken.
Nissan's reportedly out of the Apple Car talk, Google still dragging its heels on iOS updates, and building a foundation in Malta. It's Monday, the 15th of February, 2021. I'm Ken Ray, and this is news from Mac OS Ken, brought to you by yours truly and sponsored by Mint Mobile. Cut your wireless bill to just $15 a month at mintmobile.com/macosken. This show is also supported by people like you, patrons through Patreon. Find out more and add your support at patreon.com/macosken. Wondering who the next likely candidate is to make Apple's fabled electric vehicle? The Financial Times says it is not Nissan. People said to know something about something say talks were had, though those were short. Divisions over branding are said to have driven the talks off the road. Talks never reached senior management and are no longer active, according to the report. Hey, guess who remembered they have apps in the App Store? Mac Rumors says Google on Friday updated the YouTube app for iOS and iPadOS for the first time in a couple of months. The piece says that makes it one of the highest profile Google apps to see an update since early December, when Apple began requiring that developers disclose privacy practices for each of their apps in order to have their updates approved. While Mac Rumors draws a line between the privacy labels and the lack of update, that piece itself points out that Google had already posted an App Store privacy label for YouTube. A couple of weeks ago, iMore ran a piece under the headline, "Here's how much data YouTube collects from you on iOS." Spoiler alert, it looks like a lot. The piece says the Directions app Waze, a Google subsidiary, updated its iOS app a few days back, required privacy label included. Despite the revisions for the video service and the Directions app and their associated privacy postings, Mac Rumors says many other major Google apps like Google, Google Chrome, Gmail, Google Maps, and Google Meet have still not been updated and do not have privacy information displayed on their App Store listings. Apple's working to woo iPad developers onto the Mac. While Macs with M1 processors are technically able to run apps written for iPad, developers have to be willing to have that happen. Of course, tweaking the old apps to run on the new form factor wouldn't hurt. To those ends, a piece from iDownload blog says Apple is once again sending out emails to registered developers to invite them to online sessions regarding bringing iPad apps to the Mac. The Cupertino company is inviting dev types to online workshops aptly titled, "Bring Your iPad App to Mac." 3 of the workshops are known to be scheduled for this week. 3 more are scheduled for the second week of March. If you want to attend, well, I'll be pulling for you, though you're going to need a bit more than that. While Apple does want more apps for the Mac, they're not simply opening the gates. The sessions are invitation only, according to the report. An interesting story of apples and oranges, or really Apple and Orange. Apple Must says Orange Business Service, the enterprise arm of the French carrier Orange, has signed on to be an Apple enterprise reseller. As the title implies, the deal authorizes Orange to offer big businesses in France Apple hardware on top of Orange's own network and business intelligence services. According to the piece, the company now has a dedicated team to support customers in the integration and management of their Apple suites and to offer advice and use of essential Apple services such as Apple Business Manager and, one assumes, other Apple-focused mobile device management solutions. The way Apple Must sees it, Orange's interest in offering Apple hardware and services must suggest a high level of demand for iPhones, iPads, and Macs across French business today. More news in a moment, but first a word from Mint Mobile. cutting your wireless bill to as little as $15 a month. When's the last time you wadded up $60 or $70 and threw them out the window? If you're still with one of the big wireless carriers, I would say the last time you paid your bill was the last time you did that. Stop it with Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile runs their entire business online, so you're not paying for stores you don't go to. What you're paying for is great service starting at just $15 a month. All plans come with unlimited talk and text, plus high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network, and they all come with a 7-day money-back guarantee. Try it out. Make sure it works as well for you as it does for me. If you're not completely satisfied, return it within 7 days for a full refund. Otherwise, keep your phone, keep your number, and keep a lot more of your money. A full year of Mint Mobile cost me less than 3 months with my old carrier. See how much you can save. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/macOSCan. That's MINT, mintmobile.com/macOSCan. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/macOSCan. News for CBS All Access users. Apple Insider says it'll still work with Apple TV channels when it changes to Paramount Plus next month. According to the report, existing CBS All Access subscribers via Apple TV channels won't have to lift a finger to switch over to the new service. What they will get is a lot more content. As part of the rebrand, says Apple Insider, Paramount Plus will add more content to the service, including around 20,000 TV show episodes, and content from Viacom CBS channels, including BET, Comedy Central, and MTV. Films from Paramount's catalog will also be available, as well as original programming. The transition is set to happen on Thursday, the 4th of March. And finally today, if you're looking for info on the upcoming Apple TV Plus series Foundation, look no further than Malta. The website Lovin Malta has interviewed the show's writer and showrunner David Goyer and its producer Michael Malone. Being a website about Malta, the interview is pretty Malta-centric. Well known the world over for knights, falcons, and crosses, Malta apparently also has a lot of water tanks, like big enough to shoot movies in. Producer Malone says one of the worlds featured in Foundation is a water world, which made shooting in Malta a natch. Then, when the pandemic threw production into disarray last year, the show decided to go harder where they already were. Showrunner Goyer says they decided to expand the show's footprint in Malta, which now serves as the shooting base for 2 of the show's worlds. Now, if you're less interested in Malta than you are Foundation, a few bits of news for you. It sounds like shooting, at least in Malta, is close to wrapping. The article mentions another week of filming expected to take place around the island. It's unclear when that week would be, where else they're shooting, or for how long. The article says the first season will be 10 episodes long. Goyer and Malone anticipate 80 episodes total. Foundation is expected to be released in autumn 2021, according to the report. Coming up in a few minutes, the chips are down. Anyway, chip inventory is. From electronics to cars, various industries are feeling the pinch. It's news to Daily Tech News shows Tom Merritt in a few minutes. Look for that show and subscribe wherever you get podcasts. macOS Ken Live is going live again this afternoon, 3:30 Pacific, 6:30 Eastern on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ken Ray. Catch it live or on replay there. You can also grab the audio podcast, macOS Ken Live, wherever you get podcasts. macOS Ken, brought to you by me and sponsored by Mint Mobile. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/macOSKen. This show is also supported by people like you, patrons through Patreon. Find out more and add your support at patreon.com/macOSKen. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media, online at backbeatmedia.com. You can reach me a couple of ways. Info at macosken.com or call 716-780-4080. Until next time, that is news from macOS Ken. I'm Ken Ray.
Ciao.